This card actually popped out while I was shuffling before I hit the record. I start to meditate and shuffle the cards before I actually record because, let's face it, there's nothing going on but me shuffling, right? So, no sense messing with that. But this card did pop out. Um, I don't see any others. This was the first one, and it popped out just like it's in my hands right now. It just front and center. So this is your underlying energy. The Ace of Wands is going to be sort of ribboning through your month of September. So Taurus, what this tells me is this is a card of inspiration, a card of assertiveness, a card of spontaneity, a card of passion. This could also be a sexual card. This is the beginnings of, okay? So this is ribboning through the month of September, and this shows the beginnings of an incredibly passionate project, something that is maybe spontaneous, very creative, okay? So let's keep this in mind. Let's see what the other cards have going on. First week in September, or the first part, rather, we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is speaking about an offering of love, an offering of compassion, an offering of support, moral support. This could be something that you are receiving, or it could be something that you're giving. Now, if it's something you're receiving, it's likely that it's coming from a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But it doesn't have to be, and that would be sun, moon, or rising. And of course, most people, some people don't know their own charts, let alone know somebody else's chart, right? So who knows? So it's very possible that you are involved with or will be receiving this moral support, this offering of, hey, let me help you, let me show you passion and concern. However, if this is you offering this to someone else, this could very likely be, somebody close to you needs your moral support. Somebody needs your love. Somebody needs your compassion. Now, looking at how the way I've done this month is, beginning, middle, and end of month. But if I just look at how these are set up, we have this Knight of Cups looking and putting his cup towards the star. And the star, we're talking mid-month, we have the star card, and this is speaking about hope after having been to a place of total surrender. Okay, so I have to say, looking at this spread, I'll circle back. Sorry. So this offering of support may be to somebody, possibly Gemini, Aquarius, mostly Aquarius. The star is Aquarius, but not necessarily. This could definitely be you. You could be at a point of surrender where you're just like, you know what? I've done all I can. I'm pouring out my heart and my soul. I am naked. I am under the stars. I am just bring it to me. I have nothing left but hope. Okay? That's what this card symbolizes to me, is that you're at that point of you've just completely stripped yourself of everything but the hope that the universe has your back. And honestly, Taurus, the universe does have your back. By mid-month, when you're at that point, you will have already received or have given to someone in this position that love, that compassion, that shoulder to cry on. Now, at the end of the month, we have the Tower card. And the Tower card speaks to an upheaval of some sort. This is definitely, it looks scary, right? But this is a card that speaks about the foundation's crumbling. Okay, let me explain how this could possibly be something really wonderful. We have the picture here of the lightning striking the top of the tower, and the people are falling out. This is something that you can't control. It's something that sort of shakes your world apart. Now, the reason this gets shaken apart is because it wasn't sturdy and stable and solid to begin with. Okay? So if this is in regards to a relationship, it's very possible that this relationship was not stable and sturdy. Maybe it was built on lies. Maybe somebody was pretending to be somebody that they're not, or maybe exaggerated who they are, or whatever the case is. If this is concerning work, this would be, possibly somebody from upstairs, right? The corporate upstairs came down with the hammer and said, "Look, you guys, they're cleaning house, right?" And they start kicking ass, taking names, right? This is something that needed to happen. This is restructuring of something that wasn't solid, and it's needing to happen. Now, if this is something, I have to say also, I feel like these three cards actually, because I've been setting them up as beginning, middle, and end of the month, I've read them that way, but I have to say, intuitively, I just feel is that this has happened. Okay? I feel as if end of August, beginning of September, there's an upheaval, there's an outpouring of surrender and an offer of love and compassion. Whatever that pertains to, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a family situation, whether it's romantic, whether it's a business partner, because we also have this Ace of Wands that is ribboning through the month, and I feel as if this inspiration, this new idea, this new passion, this seed for something to blossom happens after these three cards. Okay? So I feel as if this is the aftermath of this tower. And I really do feel like this has already happened, or you know about it. There's something that you know about that's either happened or is going to happen. Okay? So you know that, it's going to hit the fan, right? And you know this, and it's going to shake people's world up. But because of that, even though it's going to be tough, there's going to be something new that springs forth from it, okay? And it might be something that you've had in the back of your mind. It might be something that maybe you thought you weren't able to do, but now you're kind of forced to do something. Or this may be something that it's the beginning of this tower, but built on a solid foundation rather than something that's shaky. Okay? Energy that's coming to help you, we have the Three of Cups. So this is the energy of your support group. This is your guy friends. This is your girlfriends. This is possibly your family. But this is that group of people that when you're, sort of down and out, you want to hang with these folks, right? Or when you're super happy and you have something good to share, you want to share it with them. Okay, this is your support group. This is celebration. This is, thank goodness all of this has come to a close. This energy is coming to help you celebrate. Take the time to reach out to your friends, because I feel as if, the offer is there. So you have to embrace that, because that's coming to help you. This is also networking. Threes are expansion. So you might be networking on partnerships, relationships, business contacts, but mostly something that would be fulfilling. So this is, again, contacting your ride and dies, right? These are folks that you love to hang out with, okay? And they're going to help you. They bring balance into your life. They either, distract, or, they distract you from overthinking things. They keep you from, Taurus, you tend to sort of keep to yourself on some aspects. This group will sort of get you out of that. This could also be a support group. Whatever this situation is, that's is either going to happen for some of you, or for some of you, I feel like it already has. This could be a support group that you go to. I feel the first thing that popped into my mind is Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, which that's like an old school thing. I don't even know if they have that anymore, but I feel like some type of counseling group is going to be a help for you. And now I'm re-looking, and I'm seeing that there's this flow. Okay, we have the cups here, we have the outpouring here. I feel like there could be an incident involving alcohol that ended in an abrupt way. Okay, and because of that, there's some counseling, and that counseling will help. Okay, now what's going to be a challenge this coming month is we have the Eight of Wands. And this is a card that speaks about fast communications. It speaks to lining everything up, knowing exactly where you want to go, and going there. Okay, this is a very passionate, fiery energy, and it happens incredibly fast. And the swiftness may be the challenge for you. Also, the direction. Okay, you may be in a place where you're not quite sure what direction you're going to go. Okay, so we have this inspiration card ribboning through the month, but it feels as if you're going to have to make a decision very quickly, and that's challenging for you because at the end of the month, your final focus card, we do have the Two of Swords, which does indicate making a decision or holding off making a decision. Excuse me. It lends itself to really having to go within and using your intuition. And I would suggest you do that anyway. But with this coming as a challenge, your Eight of Wands coming as a challenge, doing something very passionate very quickly may not be the way to go. But if you're having to do that, definitely go within. Definitely, look at the pros and cons. Use your intuition. Be still. Meditate. Take the blinders off. See both sides. Open your eyes to the situation. Okay? Because I feel as if for those of you who are scared to make a decision because you're so shaken up, not making a decision is also a decision, right? With every two, there's a three. Because there's this decision, and then there's the one that you didn't make. Okay, so don't let that choice be taken away from you. Okay, open your eyes, take the blinders off, be still, go within, use your intuition, and make the best choice you can possibly make. That is truly the advice of the Two of Swords, is gather your information, and possibly you may have to keep that decision close to your chest. Sometimes this particular card means not just making a decision, but not necessarily letting everybody know what that decision is. There may be a situation that calls for swift action, which is challenging for you. However, the decision that you make, you don't have to tell everybody, okay? Information is already coming very quickly, and it could be about this situation right here. This tower, whatever's coming down to shake things up, I feel like it very much needed to happen. For a small percentage of you, I also see this as headaches, weather-induced headaches. I also see that this challenge could also be internet. I do know that we're in a retrograde with Mercury, who governs the communications, not necessarily internet communications, but definitely small electronics, maybe phones. But we're on the internet on our phones too. So you might have some challenging aspects, and you might get a little flared up. You might get your feathers ruffled. Personally, I have experienced this already myself. Trying to send emails and having it show that nothing sent, even though I know it said sent. There's nothing in my, file that says anything went through. So, try to stay calm. Again, use your intuition when it comes to things. And I feel as if, because these two are so similar in color scheme, I like to see where we're coming from here. We have at the beginning of the month the Knight of Cups, an offering of love and support. And then we're ending the month with a focus on making a decision. Okay, so for some of you, this could be your knight in shining armor, but you're not sure. You maybe don't trust this person. Or maybe you don't trust your own decision making. Okay? Because ribboning through, you really just want something new and beautiful, but something from your past may be holding you back. Okay? So, if you find yourself praying to the heavens or the universe or whatever you want to call it, and just being like, you know what, that's it. All I have is hope now. Just know that they hear you. Okay? You've got sun, moon, and stars here.